All right, let's do that. Okay. Now, the first one we want to figure out is sine theta over 2. Again, sine theta over 2 for sure is negative because you know what? Theta over 2 is in fourth quadrant. So sine theta over 2 then has to be negative. So then you choose negative right here for the formula. Okay? Yeah, if you remember the formula, 1 minus cosine, you get sine. If you remember that formula. Right where is below this page? You see, minus cosine theta divided by 2 is sine. So here minus cosine theta. Cosine theta is what? Right here. 4 over 5. Okay? So minus, you get sine. Negative is because here in the fourth quadrant. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's because what? Theta over 2 is greater than negative 45 less than 0. That's in the fourth quadrant for theta over 2. And sine fourth quadrant angle has to be negative, so you choose negative. Okay? And then minus cosine theta. Cosine theta is 4 over 5 positive. Alright? Okay. Now, minus, you get sine. Now, right down here is 1 is 5 over 5. You want them to have same denominator. And 5 over 5 minus 4 over 5 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2. Okay. And then 5 minus 4 is 1 divided by 5. Divided, then, divided by 2. Here there is 2 is 1, 2 over 1. Changing division to multiplication, you have 1/2. And then you have a 1 times 1, which is 1. 5 times 2 gives us 10. Now, I want to rationalize this answer. Both numerator and denominator multiplied by 10. 1 times 10 is radical 10. Downstairs is 100. If you choose radical, you have a 10. So that's the answer for sine theta over 2 is negative. Radical 10 over 10. Because we don't want denominator to be radical number. That's the way we rationalize this expression. Then for cosine theta over 2 would be easy now. It's here if it's plus, then you get cosine. Okay? Cosine theta over 2. But theta over 2 is in the fourth quadrant. Then cosine theta over 2 has to be positive. So then you have a positive. And here is plus 5 over 2 divided by 2. Yeah. 1 is actually 5 over 5. So 5 plus 4 is 9. Denominator are the same. You keep it. Divided by 2. 2 is 2 over 1. Change division to multiplication. That's 1/2. Again, you have a 1 times 9. That's 9. 2 times 5 is 10. Rationalize this one. 10 times 10 is squared. 10 squared. Choose the radical sign. 10 gets out of the square sign. Square root sign. 9 is 3 squared. So 3 comes out. 10 couldn't make it. So radical 10 stays inside. Okay? Alright. Now, tangent theta over 2 is this formula. You may say, how could I remember it? if you did 1 or 2 questions, you should be able to remember it. It's like people say, drive this car. If you don't drive it, you never know. If you drive it, then you know it. So here is the same thing. If you did this formula a couple of times, you will remember it. Okay? So that's the formula I just now pointed out. Tan theta over 2, I use this one. So we have sine theta, -5 over 3 here. And then 1 plus cosine theta. Cosine theta is 4 over 5. So in the following steps, we are going to figure out that. Now, again, 1 is 5 over 5, because here denominator is 5. And then 5 plus 4 gives us 9. Denominators are the same, so you leave it. Numerator is -3 over 5. Then divided by 9 over 5. Flip denominator, change division to multiplication. Okay? So then you have a 5 over 9. Okay. Now 5 cancel 5. 3 divided by 9, you have a 1 over 3. 1 over 3 negative everywhere. Okay? So that's one of the application for half angle. And we have more applications. Let's do another one before we go. No, this one. This one asks us to find out cosine 22 degrees and 30 minutes. Find out exact value. Using the calculator is not going to help you here, because you get approximate value, and that's what we don't want. We want exact. Okay, so the calculator cannot help you. Now we know 22 degrees 30 minutes is half of 45 degrees, because here you got 44 and here times 2, then you have 60 minutes, which is 1 degree. But we know cosine 45 degrees is radical 2 over 2. So we got to use half angle formula. Half angle formula now you probably should be able to remember. Okay, again, this angle is positive, is in the first quadrant. From 0 to 90 is in the first quadrant. Okay, so in front of the radical sign you have a what? You have a positive. Okay, here is cosine, and remember 1 plus. 1 plus, you get cosine, right? 1 minus, you get sine. 1 minus, you get sine. 1 plus cosine, you get cosine. So here is plus. Okay? Yeah, with the radio lecture going on, then you probably can help you remember it. Plus or cosine. Alright? So, 1 plus cosine 45 degrees divided by 2. Again, cosine 45 is radical 2 over 2. And 1 is 2 divided by 2. And then you make denominators are the same. So 2 plus radical 2 over 2. And you still have this 2 inside the radical sign. Okay? So 2 plus radical 2 divided by 2. And then divided by 2. Again, 2 is 2 over 1 divided here. So you flip this one, second one you change to multiplication 1/2. 1/2. So inside still, this one is still inside the radical sign. Okay, still inside the radical sign. So 2 times 2 is 2 squared. Still inside the radical sign. 1 times 2 plus radical 2 is inside. Since we have a squared for denominator and it has radical sign, so 2 can be out. And then 2 plus radical 2, there was no square here. So this 2 plus radical 2 has to stay inside of the radical sign. Alright, this is the example I gave to you, and that's the exact value. This one you got to enjoy yourself. 75 degrees. You can actually do this between in 2 different ways. Okay, one is maybe only one way. Okay. 75 degrees is 150 degrees divided by 2. But we know sine 150 degrees. 150 degrees is in the second quadrant. And the supplement angle is 30 degrees. So then you know sine 30 degrees is radical 3/2. The reference angle is 30 degrees. And then you have a negative sign because sine 150. Oh, here is cosine. Because 1 minus cosine is sine. So you got to consider cosine. Okay, cosine. Cosine 30 degrees is radical 3/2. And cosine 150 is in the second quadrant, so it's negative. And there was a 1 minus cosine is sine. You have a negative, negative, you should get positive. So those details is 1 plus radical 3/2. Because you have negative, negative here, divided by 2. I'll leave details to you. And tan pi/2 over 12. And here is pi/6 divided by 2. We know tan pi/6. Pi/6 is a special angle, 30 degrees. Okay, so basically here is what? 15 degrees. Yeah. And then you got to use formula. Okay, sine is upstairs over 1 plus cosine. And then figure out, again, I leave details to you. Try yourself. Next time, we'll do more examples. This time, again, what we did is half angle formulas. We have derived how did we get those formulas, and we did how many examples? First example, second example, we did probably you may say 2 examples, or you may say 4 big examples. Okay, so next time we'll do more examples. Now I will stop right here. See you next time.